Welcome, this is the evening meditation for the season of Lent on forgiving oneself. I'm going to start by relaxing, taking some deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And then wiggle your toes slightly, just a little bit, and pay attention to the sensation. Try to track everywhere you can feel that tiny movement. Where you feel it in your foot, in your calf, maybe in your knee or thigh. Feeling your feet on the ground, all the places you can feel contact with the floor. And breathe all the way down to your feet, grounding yourself with your breath. Now tune in to the thing, the behavior, or the event that you would like to be forgiven for in this meditation today. Imagine it. Connect yourself to the context. And then tune into the feeling in your body in response to seeing and feeling that which you would like to be forgiven for or forgive yourself for. Tune into the sensation. Notice where you feel the remorse or guilt or shame in your body. Breathe into it. And notice if it's dense, fluid, warm or cool, tight or expansive. Where exactly in your body you feel it, where it ends, where all its edges are. Breathe into it. Be deeply present to it. And be willing to be with it as it is for these moments. Saying yes to it. Being fully present to it. Breathing into it. And just notice if it shifts, if it expands or intensifies or lessens if it changes texture or heat, density. And if it shifts, just travel with it, continuing to breathe into it. If you need more time, you can pause. But now we're going to invite Mother Mary in. And she's going to put one hand on your back and one hand on your chest, with bright white light emanating from her hands. Radiant, holding your heart and transferring warmth and love, presence with you as you are present with your feeling. We're going to just rest in this for a moment, feeling her presence with you, her divine power, her intense and unwavering love. Her vastness, and yet her total focus on you in this moment. She sees you. She knows you, every part, and she loves you. Breathe into her presence with you and your presence with your feelings of remorse, sadness, or shame, or guilt. Breathing in and breathing out. Now imagine a bubble of light comes forth between her hands, or multiple bubbles if there's intense feelings in multiple parts of your body. It encapsulates them so that an intense feeling is surrounded by a bubble of light still inside your body, and you breathe. And relax. We're going to ask Mary a series of questions. You may hear the answer in your mind. You may feel it in your heart. You may get an intuitive sense of the answer without any words or strong feelings. Or you may have an image in response that answers the question. But the answer will come quickly. Don't try too hard or overthink it. Just accept the intuitive answer from Mary that comes. If you get stuck, just move on to the next question. So feeling Mary's hands on your heart, feeling her power and her presence next to you, breathing in her love and compassion for you, which is as deep as the ocean and as huge. Ask her, did my behavior, my thoughts, or my beliefs do harm to another human being, including myself? Is there a seed of learning that is important amongst these feelings of guilt or shame or sadness? Is it important that I learn and understand this truth that comes from the remorse that I feel? And then see that Mary can separate it, separate the seed of beautiful, simple, compassionate remorse from any other feelings of self-recrimination, self-meanness, shame, anger at yourself. That inside that bubble, she separates out that pure seed of learning, a sweet and compassionate longing to do better, a simple sadness for the harm done, clean and pure and full of growth potential. And she asks you, may I plant this in your heart? And if you agree, she plants it in your heart, and you feel its beauty, and it's nurtured by the light of her heart and her hands. You breathe into the joy, the bittersweet beauty of longing to do better, to be more true to your divine nature, to be more whole. And now you ask her, is there anything else I need from all the other stuff inside the bubble? The complex shame and fear, anger, self-recrimination, intolerance of yourself. Whatever's left inside that bubble, ask her, do I need any of that? She tells you that you don't. And now she asks you if you're ready to put the person or persons that you've hurt into the care of Jesus. And if it's yourself, then you can imagine another you there as well. And if you say yes, that person or persons are standing across the room with Jesus. And there's an umbilical cord type connection between you and them, passing from your navel to their navel. right into your emotional system and their emotional system. And Mary says, you have tied yourself to them, and you are now in the way of their growth. Will you release them and give them to Jesus? And if you agree, she reaches to the base of the cord at your belly button, removing slowly and gently the roots of that cord going into your solar plexus, into your emotional systems, into your belly. And Jesus frees the others at the other end of the cord. And Mary says, now tell them you're sorry and release them into the care of Jesus. And you feel that pure seed of remorse in your heart. And with love you say, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, and I release you into the care of our Master Jesus, that He may heal and make gifts for you of my errors and mistakes. Feel that in your heart and release them into Jesus' care with love. Seeing that their soul development is perfectly guided. That your prayer for them supports their growth, and they can receive everything they need to heal, to grow, and to flourish under the care of the Master, whether they know Him or believe in Him or not. See Jesus leave with the one or ones that you've harmed. And see that Mary throws the cord into the spirit fire and eliminates any trace of a bind between you and them. And she looks you in the eyes. She says, you are free, and they are free. Do not retie this cord. And you look in your body for any remnants of attachment and holding on to this mistake. You gather it at your heart. And let Mary reach in with her holy lit hand and sweep up any remnants, clearing your system. And you feel clean, clear, and free. She wraps her arms around you, wraps you in her perfect love and compassion and power, and tells you everything is okay, that she is always with you. You breathe in that love, that presence, that incredible spiritual beauty. And as she fades away, you still feel her presence with you. And as you come back to this moment, this body in this chair, you can keep that presence, that feeling of her with you. And if you're tempted to go back and ruminate about your error, release it to her and come back to the space of love which has filled your body, which has filled all the spaces from the things you released. You breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in love and breathe out love. And return to your normal consciousness when you're ready.